Good morning, everyone. Should really be good afternoon, everyone, because it's 1 o'clock. And welcome to day 2 of Mayhem. Right, everyone, like day 1, which I recorded 6 days ago, I've had to re-record it. So the original day 2 was on this route that I'm going to do. I'm doing the same route, so I'm just having to refilm them because they just didn't come out well enough for my liking. So as I said on day 1, I was going to have to re-record them both. So here I am. Thank you for joining me, and as you can see, I've got a little bit to be getting on with, so let's get to work. It is day 2 of Mayhem, so I'm having to re-record it. As I said, on day 1 I got day 1. On the original day 2 I got 13 bags as well. I think these are the only 2 I'm going to have to re-record. As I said, I just didn't like the way they came out, so I just wanted to re-record them and get on with it. It's been 6 days since I made the remake of day 1, and in that 6 days I've been busy, very busy. Been making a few videos here and there. It looks like the council guy's been to some degree. I know they're going to come down here on Tuesday. They're going to come down here on Tuesday. But I was at the shop today. Mrs. O sent me home. I take a couple of ladies in from the old shop, and we're a little bit quiet this afternoon, so Mrs. O just said, you might as well just go home. So I thought, all right, will do. Cheers. Let's put that there. I'm just going to fill up this bag whilst I'm speaking, everyone, and I'll make my way along the grass section. I'm going to make my way up to the flyover, then double back on myself up to the back streets and whatnot. Now, whatever I get on today's video, I'm going to call it 13 bags. Whether I get 8 or whether I get 38, I'm going to call it 13 bags because I'm going with the numbers that I got in the original videos before. I wasn't very happy with them. So like video 1, it's a little bit of a mishmash, but you know what I'm on about. You know what I'm on about. I'm going to speak about some telescopes on my recent trip to Bury St Edmunds and my recent trip to Wimbledon Theatre with Mrs. O. So there's bag 1, everyone. A little bit of tat, and that bag was already here. I'll take a picture of it, let the council know. Oh, something else I've got, everyone, look. Just been in Tesco's, I bought myself some jammy Dodgers. Hey, what more could anyone want when they're litter picking apart from some jammy Dodgers? I'll catch you up the road. Right, everyone, I've just removed those 3 bags that were dumped by the tree here. Good place to dump it, ain't it? You know what they are? They're garden waste. And ever since the council started charging a year ago for garden waste, now you get just dumped garden waste. It's by charging, it's just gained nothing, because all they're doing now is spending more money picking up what people are prepared to fly tip. Yeah, exactly. You know, absolutely self-defeating. What do I know? What do I know? Right, everyone, so as I said, it's Friday afternoon, barely. Mrs. O sent me home. I've bought some jammy Dodgers, which I'm about to have because I'm a little bit peckish at the moment, to say the least. And I'll quickly tell you, so I went out on Sunday to see Ross and Liz up in Bury St Edmunds. We made one video for my channel, which you've already seen a couple of weeks ago now, and we made one video for his channel, and he said it'd probably come out around now, so it might have been broadcast, it might not, but I'm sure Ross will broadcast it soon. So we had a good day. I went home via the Captain Mannering statue at Thetford, which was something I wanted to see, and I've done the little lay-by as well on the A11 at Thetford. I said to Ross I might do it if it needs a little bit of a clean. I only got a bag out of it, got one really heavy bag out of it, so I was pleased to have got that done. All in all, it was a good day, apart from the fact that Fulham lost to Southampton in the FA Cup. I wasn't there to see it, so it could be worse. So could support Spurs, I suppose, couldn't I? At this moment in time, they might get themselves out of trouble, but at this moment in time, they're absolutely falling apart. Look, look, there's some more. Look, just dumped garden waste. Just left to rot at the moment. I don't even want to move it because it'll just fall apart. Look, I just noticed I ain't got my phone on me, so I can't even take a picture of it. Never mind, never mind. So yeah, I had a good time up with Ross and Liz. We went up the Greasy Spoon and had a right old cook up. In fact, we had so much I had to get a doggy bag and take some home. And then I've done a couple of videos this week for Super September. As I said, I don't want Super September to steal Mayhem's thunder, so I'm just letting you know there will be a super, let's say it, Gerard, a Super September. Seems really strange saying that on Mayhem, but this is a remake of Mayhem. Day 2 of Mayhem. Put it up, Gerard. Mayhem. So as I said, the first day I got 13 bags, and on the remake I got a bit more, but I'm going to call it 13. And on the second day I also got 13 bags. And as I said, whatever I get, I'm going to call it 13 today, just purely for the fact that I'll go with the original numbers. Right, let's just pick this up real quick, everyone, and then I'll make my way along the main grass bit, which will probably look like hell on earth. They're going to start mowing it soon. By the time this video comes out, they're going to start mowing it. That's going to cause absolute pandemonium. And there's a little bin over the road, so I'll just dump this there and I'll catch you in a brief moment further along the road for day 2 of the remake of Mayhem. Doing some soldier litter picking at the moment, everyone. Soldier litter picking is left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Just making my way along this. I'll show you in a sec. Let me just get this and I'll turn around and show you. It's not too bad, to be honest. It's not too bad. Just making my way along this grass bit. The inlet's over there. I'll go and have a little butcher's at the inlet while I'm here. And then I'm going to crack open the jammy Dodgers. I'll catch you over at the inlet. And we'll see if there's any surprises in there for us. Right, everyone, I've just crossed the road to the inlet and it's basically as clean as it's ever been, and it's stayed clean actually. Maybe someone's doing it, I'm not sure. What I do know is, I'll just pull that out while I'm at it. Oh. What I do know is, around the corner you've got that Redmead Road, which I will never do again. My days of doing that were numbered. I think I'd done it just before this series actually. Return to Redmead, I think it was called. It got broadcast about. Let's just clean that up over the road. Cheers, fella. It got broadcast about late March this year. Redmead Road, eh? Let's have a look at it. Do you know what? By its standards, there are cans in there, but considering I've not done it for quite a while. I filmed that video ages ago. Filmed it back in about October. So by its standards, it's not too bad. Right, let's go and dump this, put a fresh bag on. I think this is my third bag, and I've had a bag or two of tat. Let's just cross quickly. I've had a bag or two of tat. I'll put on a fresh bag and I'll tell you about my trip to Wimbledon Theatre with the lovely Mrs. O. I've just left that bag 3 there, everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it on the way back and just leave it on the corner of this Crowland Avenue, which is a notorious shit tip, to say the least. Oh look, the wind's not working in my favour at the moment. So what I'm going to do, turn the bag that way, get the wind in your favour a bit. If you just look over there, you can see like a white bag and some stuff that's just been jumped on this. Go on, Barry, go on, Barry. And some stuff that's just been dumped on the corner. I'll do that on the way back. I can just leave it all in one spot there. I just want to finish off this grass bit, and I've got one more little grass bit to go. Get to the alleyway, turn round. So I went with Mrs. O to the theatre at Wimbledon about 10 days ago. We saw Jekyll and Hyde. Put a little programme up here, a little picture of the programme going up. So we went to Wimbledon a couple of years ago. You normally go, we used to go up to London a lot, but now we've been going to Windsor a lot for the last few years. Windsor's just a lot easier and I like it. Anyway, to cut a short story long, I'll tell you what, let's have a jammy dodger while I'm talking about that. Oh yeah, let's have a jammy dodger or two. Oh, I broke them a bit, never mind. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So we saw Jekyll and Hyde, and then Mrs. O said to me, when do you think this theatre was built? I said, I don't think it was built before some of the London ones, dear. I'd say at a guess, I'd say about 1905. I got home and I had a look. It was actually built in 1910. I put some information up about it. It's a lovely little theatre. Hang on, let me finish this second jammy dodger. Come on, you bloody thing. That's someone's recycling that's just got tossed by the wind, that is. I can tell you that now. That's been someone in one of these houses. It was windy as anything yesterday. I had one of my rare days off yesterday. Been litter picking all week though. Done some great videos for Super September and some for the summer. Anyway, let's go back. So yeah, it's a bit of an art decor theatre at Wimbledon. So but it's a nice place. As I said, I went there for the first time a couple of years ago with Lauren and Mrs. O. We saw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Then we went back and they've got a tiny little theatre on the side for about 100 people. We saw something there, some Sherlock Holmes thing. Then we were back in the main theatre for this Jekyll and Hyde thing. So a few trips, nice, something different, nice place to go. Wimbledon's quite a nice area actually. We ended up going in the Taco Bell. Mrs. O says, I like Taco Bell. So I said, go on, what is it? I thought I knew what it was, but I'm an egg and chips man. Anyway, I had a burrito in there. I had 2 burritos, they were lovely. They were absolutely gorgeous. The Taco Bell in Wimbledon. I mustn't say Taco Bell because Ross doesn't like Taco Bell up in Bury St Edmunds because they have a big litter problem. Whew, that's heavy. I'll tell you what, everyone, I'll walk this over. I'm going to leave it here. It's a bit of perspex, but one, it's heavy, and two, the wind's getting under it and tearing it apart. So everyone, yeah, Wimbledon Theatre, nice night out. Lauren's going there at the end of this month, and so if you ever are in London or you fancy a night out at the theatre, give it a go. It's a nice area and a nice theatre night. Right, let's just fill up this bag 4, everyone. That bag 3 I'll collect and put it on the corner on the way back. I'll go and clean up that corner of Crowland, which is a constant problem child. In the meantime, let's dump this over here and continue on our merry way on day 2, the remake of Mayhem. Right everyone, there's bag 5. This alley is virtually clean. There's just a can which I'll go in and get with my fresh bag. There's a Harlington flyover and whatnot. That is actually all clean because I recently done it for a video for Super September, which you'll see. I had to cut out about 25 minutes of me effing and jeffing, mind you, but never mind. Let's just go and get this. Go on Barry, go on Barry, go on Barry! So this alley is about as clean as I've ever seen it. Listen to that car, listen, pop pop, pack crack. My lawnmower's got more guts than that. Right, there you go everyone. So we've done 5 bags, we've had 2 bags of tat. So that's sort of 7 bags in total. As I said on the original video, I got 13 bags on this one as well. But whatever I get, I'm gonna call it 13. It's that simple. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, sort of thing. Now, as I said, it's a Friday, and on Tuesday, the council guy's going to do his fortnightly litter pick along here. So, I'll give him a bit less to do, shall we say. I'm not cleaning up someone's alley. That's their problem, not mine. Let's start speaking about the telescopes, everyone, because I've only really on the walk back via the street here. So, I put some pictures up of some telescopes. Now, these are the sort of things you can just buy from sort of there ain't really what I call many telescope shops, but wherever you want to buy one online. I tend not to try and buy online. I like to go in the shop if I can help it. Anyway, nevertheless, so you get like there's 2 types of telescope. There's like a reflector and a refractor. Now a reflector will tend to be a long telescope. It'd have mirrors in it, and the light just comes in and hits one mirror and basically bounces off the other. That's why they're long telescopes. And then the refractor's got several mirrors in it, and the light will bounce off several of the mirrors on it. It's like ping, 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 ping. And that actually lengthens the tube by making bounce off all these mirrors. So these telescopes I'm putting up, they're just sort of bottom of the market stuff really. They'd have like a 4-inch diameter mirror at the front, and they're good for certain use. I mean, some of the moon and things like that, you get excellent service out of a telescope like this. But if you're looking for a bit more, then you have to spend a bit more money. So Mead do the ETX range as well, which I know Buster bought because I went to the States and we bought one. Buster here actually. So you've got the ETX range as well, that's also like about a 4-inch diameter. Good little telescope and whatnot. You can mount it on a tripod and it'll do exactly what it says on the tin. Let's put it that way. It'll do exactly what it'll say on the tin. So the pictures I've shown so far are just sort of very basic telescopes, but as I said, they will do a certain job. There's no ifs and no buts about it. Let's pick up my bag from earlier. Let's just go and tidy up over the road here, everyone. I'm buying myself a bit of time so I can speak about telescopes. Right, the next range of telescope I'm going to flash up is like an LX50. Now this would you've moved up a division here with an LX50. This is a bigger telescope. It'd have like an 8-inch mirror at the front and 8 inches, sort of 64 square inches of light to come in. Remember, the more light that can come in, the better you can see stuff. It's a simple answer to it. Let's take them over the road. More fly tipping, look. Right, so that's my bag 3. There's some more fly tips and I'll just fill up bag 6. So this LX50, now there's lots of mates. I've tend to gone with Mead, but there's another couple of mates that are very good as well. I wouldn't knock any of the mates. It's just my own brand. Like with running shoes, my own brand is New Balance. I tend to go for Mead telescopes. So the LX50, as I said, now you've moved up a division and this is now definitely giving you a bit more firepower. A lot of these telescopes now, once you start getting up to about this range, they have GPS tracking. You can set them and they'll just track something. They'll move with the rotation of the earth, which is very handy because you ain't got to keep finding stuff and whatnot. I'll tell you what, let me put on a fresh bag. That's 6 bags and about 4 bags of tat so far. Just tidied that little pile up over the road there. Look, winning, 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 winning. It's my latest thing to write things across the screen. You're going to see more of it in some of the videos I've made. Let me just change this back, everyone. I've just walked back to the next street corner. I've opened up all my jammy Dodgers. This is number 6. I've been scoffing my face. That's bag 2. I'm going to start walking down this Monmouth. Until we get to the alley, which I absolutely refuse to do. Now there might be some bags at the alley because I've done a video on Wednesday for Super September. I've done 2 videos this week for Super September, Monday and Wednesday, and I think I can still see them from this far away. I'm about 200 yards away, but I think I can still see them. Anyway, that's down to the council. Let's go back to the telescopes, everyone. So the Mead LX50, what I've just showed you. Then the next range, you're really going up now. You're going up to sort of the top of their range. You have the Mead LX50 10 or 12-inch telescope. Now this one I'm showing you is the 12-inch one. You've got 12-inch diameter mirror. Now that's 144 square inches of light it's now letting in. And just think of this a minute. The difference between a 12-inch and a 10-inch is nearly 50%. The 10-inch one is 10 by 10, 100 square inches of light. And 12-inch one. Oh, what's all this crap on the floor? See if I can bag it. Some lazy buggers just chucked a load of wire on the floor. Something I get caught up in that like a cat or something. Idiots. So the 12-inch one's 12 by 12, 144. So although it's only 2 inches bigger, the actual amount of light it takes in is nearly 50% more. So, you know, you're really starting to expand on it. So the LX, let's have another biscuit. Oh, I am enjoying these. This is number 7 of the 8. The LX 200 12-inch. Now a mammoth telescope. Something like this probably set you back about $6,000 though, with the tripod and whatnot. If you're into that sort of thing though, it's probably money well spent, because it'll have GPS tracking, it'll have all the bells and whistles, it'll have all the toys on it. No, that ain't coming out, leave it, Joe. I'm in my slippers, everyone, because I developed a massive blister this week. Not sure if I'm going to show it on any other videos. I'll put a picture of it up just in case I haven't. This was the blister I developed from one of my videos that I made for Super September. Yeah, so that's why I'm in my slippers all week. When I went up to Ross's the other day, I just genuinely forgot my shoes. But for the rest of the week, I've done so much walking and litter picking and videos that I've actually got this blister, which has been sore to say the least. Mrs. O just said, "Ah, that would teach you," and just laughed at it. I thought, what a cow, what a cow. Stay with me until the end of the street, everyone, because the main road's going to be clear and I won't litter pick in the alley, just purely for the fact that, as I've told you on a zillion occasions, I had a ruck with them. So, and then finally, everyone, this is the real beast. You see how big this one is? Let's put it up on the screen, Joe. This is an LX200 20-inch telescope. Now, a lot of, let's say, universities might have something like this if they're doing something for astronomical purposes. Just look at this beast. You see the two big men in the picture, and they're just dwarfed by the size of this telescope. So this is a 20-inch mirror on it. This is just enormous, and this will have everything on it. I mean, this is Premier League now and some. This rubbish, by the way, hasn't been dumped. What it is people have genuinely put this out for recycling, and it's just got blown out or dropped out. A lot of this rubbish you're seeing now is just, look, like this. Someone's put their bin out and the council have just dragged it across the road, because I've seen them do it. People try to defend them. Oh, no, council, they're the dog's bollocks. Well, they're not. Trust me, they're not. I've seen them do it on so many occasions. I've just given up speaking about it to them. It's just like falling on deaf ears. Now, I'll pick some of this up. The householder can come out with a broom later and sweep the rest up. I'm not doing all their job for them. So yeah, everyone, yeah, this Mead LX 200 20-inch one is absolutely phenomenal. And some. Oh, you're welcome, love. It's the second time I've done it this week. Hang on, cut. So I'm doing a video. Right, everyone, I think that's bag, oh, I've lost count. I think that's bag 7 for me. Yeah, that's bag, no it ain't, tell a lie. Yes it is, that's bag 7. And them 2 bags were from the video I made on Tuesday for Super September, and they still haven't been picked up. It's now Friday. How frustrating is that? I'll just have to report it to the council again, but that's really frustrating when you actually do the litter picking and they don't pick them up. There's nothing more frustrating than that. So, but that's for one of my Super September videos, which you'll see. I go to Avenue Park, one to look forward to. In the meantime, let me put a fresh bag on, everyone. I'm nearly home. I haven't got that much to do. I'll tell you about what that lady said, and I'll finish off what the telescope said as well. So let's put a bag on and keep ploughing the road. Walking up what I call the cleaner side of Hyde Way, then the dirty side's over there, which we're going to have a look at for a laugh, shall we? So just speaking to, I had to cut the video back there. That lady was, she said to me, oh, thanks for doing that. She knew I was a volunteer. Then guess what she said to me? She said, are you chilly? And I said, no, I'm not. She said, oh, right, you're not chilly. I said, no, I'm the better looking version of chilly. I goes, and I told her who I was and what I'd been doing for years. And then the other lady in the car was saying about the bags. She said, do you know, leave them bags there? I said, yeah, I do. She said, oh, do you? I said, well, yeah, I do, but I said, I'm waiting for the council to pick them up. I said, all I can do is report them. I said to her, I reported 2 of them bags 3 days ago when I made one of my Super September videos. There's some further down North Hyde Road that I also done on Tuesday, and they haven't been picked up either. I saw them this morning when I was going to work for the brief few hours that I'd done before Mrs. O kicked me out. Go home! Anyway, where was we, everyone? Telescopes. So yeah, this Mead, you can see if you just go back on the video and see the difference between, I mean, these massive Mead ones, these LX 200 20 inches, probably the best part of 20 grand these are, and some, they were 20 grand a long time ago, so probably the best part of 25 grand now. But I know quite a few universities have bought them and things across the world. They use them. It'll track the stars, track the moon, track the planets. There's not going to be much on this because it's my Friday where the council guys come, and I saw him this morning, so I know it's pretty clean along here. We'll have a quick look in Hyde Way, everyone. So yes, guys, these telescopes, I've had to rush them a bit, but I've managed to get them all in. I hope you've enjoyed them. State of this front garden, there's no shame whatsoever. Look at it, look, no shame whatsoever. If it piled up 10 foot high, all they'd do is clear a path to get to the front door. Lazy bastards. What's Hyde Way like? I did give it the briefest of litter picks the other day. Just do the same again today, and I think I'm done for the day, everyone. I think I'm done. So yes, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed the little bit about telescopes. If you're thinking of buying a telescope, if you ever are, do your research on them first. Don't just rush in, jump in both feet first, because you know, sometimes it is worth paying a little bit more, and it'll make your life a lot easier. I mean, if you only ever want to look at the moon or something, get yourself a pair of binoculars. That's bloody heavy. I'll put it in there though, because there's a bin just up the road. If you only want to look at the moon and whatnot, I've just got a pair of binoculars now, which you've got a button on the side and it stabilizes them, stops them shaking and whatnot when you're trying to hold the binoculars at certain objects. And a pair of binoculars can go a long way, trust me. A decent pair of binoculars. Remember as well, it's not all about power. I just want to say this as I'm walking up the street. Don't get taken in by this, oh, get a little lens and it says it can do 100 times magnification, because a lot of the time when they do this massive magnification, they lose a lot of their clarity. Trust me. You probably find that 30 to 40 maximum magnification's plenty, and it'll give you much better clarity. So just be aware of that if you're ever thinking of maybe getting a telescope or getting it as a present for someone, because a lot of people just think, oh, I'll get this lens and it's 100 times magnification, but as I said, the telescope can't handle it and it just turns out being shit. It's like basically saying putting a 12 litre engine in a Fiat 500. It just can't handle it. That is the Simple answer to it. Right everyone, I've made my way back to the finishing line. Just going to do this little bit over the wall here. And I think that's going to give me 8 of my bags today and about 12 bags of tat. I'm happy with that. This bag I picked up in Hideaway is really heavy. Pulling the bag off the rim, look. Never mind, just put it up. That'll do everyone. That'll do, yeah. That'll do. I'm a volunteer, not a service. Let's sum up everyone. Let's go and get a nice cup of tea. Tea icon, Loz, tea icon. Let's get a nice cup of tea. I've had all my jammy dodgers, so I'm as happy as a pig in shit. And let's sum up and go home. Day 2 of Mayhem. Right everyone then, so I've got 8 bags today and I've got 4 bags of tat, so it's 12 bags in total. On the original video I got 13, so I've just had to remake these 2 videos. I'm just going to pause a sec, there's a couple of people walking past. So thank you very much for watching. As I said, this is a remake of day 2. From day 3 onwards, it's all going to go as it was. I haven't got to remake them. I'm going to go and get a nice cup of tea, and just leaves me to say, as I said again, thank you for watching and catch you tomorrow.